Welcome back. We're back on Excel. We're going to look at how to count information up. As you can see, we've got all these different sort of headings: customer code, customer name and town. There's no heading here yet, but we'll need to put one in soon. And all these things relate to each other, so all these towns. There's so many towns here. You can visually see there's 5, but we'll use some of the built-in functions in Excel to do the maths for us. Before we go too far, I've noticed that the columns are different sizes. I know that change the size of columns. So there's column A, column B. You can grab between there, move left, grab, move right, just hold on to it, or double click resizes it to the same width as the data. So I'll do the double clicks all the way along here, and you'll see obviously that some of them get quite small. This one with the numbers, it doesn't take up a lot of space, so automatically the column is quite small. I'll make that one bigger actually, it's too small. There we go. Right, to count things up, you put in the word count, but I'll put in the equal sign first. And the equal sign gives you access to all the different functions built into Excel. We'll start with count. And when I type count in, it tells me counts there, and also a bit of text says counts the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So this thing called count will count up numbers only. In order to count up a range of information, I have to use an open curved bracket, so that's Shift 9. I can then click and hold on to the first cell, and then while holding on to the mouse button, drag down to the last cell, then let go, and then close curved bracket to finish this off. And it says there D2 colon D6, which means start at D2 and go to D6, so it counts that range of information. I'll press enter now, and we now see there's a value there, and the value is 5, which makes sense. I'll try the same thing over here. I'll put in count, open curved bracket, highlight the range I want to actually count up, close curved bracket, and the resultant answer is a 0, and that's because I've tried to count some text. And this piece of text don't count as numbers, therefore it doesn't actually classify as actually having numbers there. Right, so you have to have some other way of counting up what's there. I'll put in count again, but in this case I see there's another couple of things in the list. One says count A, and it says it counts the number of cells in the range that are not empty. So I can maybe use this to count up text. So I'll put in count A, open curved bracket, highlight what I want to count up, then close curved bracket, press enter, and it now says 5. So it's actually counting the text within these different cells. I wonder if I take away A, what happens? It goes down to 4 because there's nothing in the cell, which means it is blank, so it can't count it. I'll undo that using Control Z, and again it comes back again. Moving over here again, type in count, and we see one that says count blank, and it says it counts the number of empty cells in a range. So that's basically something that's not there. So I'll do count blank, open curved bracket, highlight the area, as you expect, close curved bracket, and it says 0 because there are no blanks. What I'll do is I'll delete H. Templeton, and it now says 1. I'll delete Higgins, now says 2. Stewart now says 3. So it's counting the blank areas instead, and Control Z brings that back to normal again. And then one last one over here, I'll put in count again, and we see in this list is one that says count if. Now count if will count specific things based on a criteria or a given condition. I'll put in count if, open curved brackets, and there's my range, just highlighted just now. And it says, if you look just below there, the kind of idea of what has to happen next, there's a comma required and then criteria. So put a comma in, and the criteria is what you're looking for. So I'm going to put in quotes, and I'll put in H2 close quotes, and that means I'm looking for a piece of text, and text is enclosed within these double quotes. Then close bracket, press enter, and it comes up with 1 because there only is one H2 value in that list. And again, looking up here, we can see that's what it says, H2. Okay, now that's not very useful, but let's try something else. Let's count how many occurrences of Dumfries appear. So I'll put that somewhere else and put in equals count if, open brackets. Now I want to grab the entire range of information. I want to see how many times Dumfries appears in this whole list of information. So that's my range, comma, quotes. I'll type in Dumfries, close quotes, I'm looking for that text, close brackets, press enter, and now it says 2. Now you can visually see there's 1 there and there's 1 there, but this is doing it automatically for you. If you had lots of data, this would be really useful. You can also check for things being within cells but not the complete piece of information. So if I want to look for anything that has, say, CAR in it, not Carlisle, but CAR like car, I can do this. Equals count if, open brackets, highlight your range, comma, and then instead of just putting in quotes car like that, closing brackets, it comes up with 0 because there's nothing there that just says car. I can change that. I'll change it up here, it's quicker to type up here. I can put a star in or an asterisk in just after car, and that means anything. It's a wildcard. It means it starts with car and then anything beyond there. I'll now press enter and it finds one, and only one occurs here. It says car and there's anything after that. It says Carlisle there actually. So that's one way of doing it. Let's try one more using this wildcard. Equals count if, open brackets, highlight the range you want to search on, put a comma in, put the quotes in, and in this case I'll look for anything that has the letter H in it. So star can start with anything, has the letter H in it, and then star after that means it could be anything after that too. So anything to begin with, an H somewhere, and anything at the end. Then quotes, close bracket, press enter, and now it says there's 4, so let's check this. Visually I can see there's one there, there's one in there, there's one there, and there's one there. So that's all 4 occurrences of the letter H. There you go. So that's a little bit of Excel functions. We'll do some more in the next lesson.